Yeah, that's right. I hope she's doing okay. I'm worried about her and that whole algorithm thing.
I had a little consultation with some other elder vampires. We have developed a theory, though I hope we are wrong. We believe the algorithm is a demon, known to few, named Raziel. Even I have only ever heard whispers of his name. In mythology, he is a fallen angel, believed to have recorded every action, every change of state for all things on this earth into a great book. This book of knowledge he shared with the first mortals. But mortals were not designed to process so much information at once. They made judgments and reinforced behavior based on information they could not understand. Raziel watched as the mortals inevitably used the book to suppress free will, and he was cast down for his terrible mistake. We believe that Raziel has returned. Perhaps he believes that with computers, he can attempt to pass infinite knowledge to humanity once more. Terrible things will happen if this comes to pass. I would urge great caution, Samuel. Find out what you can about this algorithm. We may have dark work to do.
What the hell? Fallen angels? Ancient books of knowledge? What the heck have I walked into?
I am old enough to be mythological myself, Samuel. Myth often contains truth. The important question is how much. We do not know what effect he may have had on Medi. But do not worry. Show her the same compassion you show all your clients, and that will open any doors that can open.
All right, I better prepare for this one. Sounds like it might be a doozy.
Greetings, little mouse.
Howdy, Mitty. It's good to see you. How you feeling tonight?
Not well, sweetling. Not well at all.
Oh no, what's going on? I know you were feeling all stressed about your numbers on that glitch site.
They doxed me. Do you know what doxing is, my whiskery friend? It's when mortals find out where you live, where you sleep, so they can hurt you. A group of vampire hunters came looking for me. They were really mean, but they're all dead now, much happier. But it was very inconvenient. Now I have to move, and it is very difficult to set up my lighting to make me look alive.
Dang, Mitty, I'm so sorry. That sounds awful.
It's worse. I will not be able to use my computer for a week. How am I going to upload? My fans and zealots are all so impatient. They're sure to leave me if I don't provide them with their content.
So, how many of these followers and zealots have you got, Mitty?
Perhaps 2 million zealots and 90 million followers on Glitch.
And how many of them do you think you'll actually lose if you don't upload lots of content?
The algorithm has already told me that I will lose millions of followers.
So let's go ahead and listen to the algorithm. If you lose millions of followers, it ain't anywhere near 90 million. It's doing a bit of overgeneralization and catastrophizing to think they're all gonna leave you high and dry. Heck, maybe the folks who stay are the ones what you can really count on.
What you can really count on what?
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 Oh, never mind.
You said what?
I was trying to say that the people who don't mind you not uploading so much might be better folk to keep around.
It's not up to me, little mice. It's not up to them either. Even the little bloodbags who love me won't get to see me if I don't provide.
I don't get it. Why wouldn't they see it? Is the mailman or whatever not delivering your message?
You're very funny. No, the algorithm decides who sees my content. If I give it content, it will make people. If I stop feeding it, it shuns me.
Mitty, I gotta say, that doesn't sound like a healthy relationship.
Oh, no, it's my friend, I should think. As long as I keep producing content for it.
How many mortals do you need, though, really?
Well, if I'm to feel safe, I should like to have more of them always.
Medi should understand that her feelings of safety.
Well, if I'm to...
Medi should understand that her...
Well, if I'm to feel...
Pardon my saying so, miss, but you're giving yourself a heck of a goal. Your gut's telling you to.
My guts don't talk, silly mouse. Except when I've had too much blood to drink. Medi, what have you done to me?
I'm trying to say that your feelings ain't ever gonna let you feel safe if that follower count needs to keep going up.
I gain more followers and zealots every month. I need them. One of them has agreed to let me eat him, and I'll take over his flat. They're quite useful.
Well, let me ask you something. Do you actually like any of these followers or zealots? Or are they all just food or servants?
What a silly question, little mouse. Of course I don't like them. I always know what they're like. You forget how old I really...
Oh, now I gotta challenge you on that, miss. I know you got a lot of followers and zealots or whatever they're called, but that don't mean you know all of them. Now, I'm sure you know a lot about mortals on them websites you're using, but that ain't all mortals, and all mortals ain't them.
It's not just them, though. I told you about how they killed me. About...
I'm saying, can you know that you're always right about mortals?
I wouldn't like to prove that I am.
But these mortals, you're talking to them every day. You got all these folks at your beck and call.
That's right.
But you don't have a real relationship with any of them?
Why would I want to have a relationship with my food? You're
Medi, I'm saying the only relationships you've got are with what you're calling your food.
But that's what they are. They're food. Delicious. Delicious.
With that kind of labeling, that's all they're gonna be. You're creating a prophecy for them to fulfill.
Isn't that the point? I do want them to enjoy being eaten. I don't like cruelty to animals.
I'm trying to say they can provide more than food, just like an animal. Yeah, they might nip at you, but they usually only do that when they're scared.
Maybe you're right. Well, the vampire hunters certainly were very afraid when I pulled their intestines out. Well, it's just intestines. They're not very scary.
Medi, it sounds like you're in a bit of a codependent relationship with your food. And maybe with...
Oh, but it's not a fellow. And
So it's non-binary?
no, it claims that it is entirely binary. All ones and zeros. They'll speak very strangely sometimes.
Well, whatever they are, it seems like as soon as they showed up, you stopped having any real friends.
I wouldn't have time for friends anyway. The algorithm says that I should always provide content to my community, and that takes all.
But here's the thing, this algorithm, it might have all the information, but that doesn't mean...
You don't know it like I do. Do you know what I really like about the algorithm, little mouse? Unlike the ancient gods the old clans used to worship, or the Abrahamic gods that came after, if we provide content, we will be
Let's talk about these rewards. You say it rewards you with more immortal souls, right?
highly engaged mortal souls, ready to serve.
But you said you had souls already back in the pre-social media days, right? And you didn't need...
That's true, but it does make me feel quite special when the number goes up.
Is that number going up good for you, though? Not just the stress of managing all them folks, but drawing the attention. Would you be doing any of this stuff if the algorithm wasn't demanding it?
Did ask me to play a game that I did not like very much the other night, and I pretended to enjoy it. It's called Call of Nationalism. It's all about men who are proud to be angry, which I find very upsetting.
See, that's just what I'm talking about. What about what you want? Did you get to that knitting you wanted to do?
No, I had to play the terrible game about insecure man-worms. I don't know what to do. I know that I spend too much time on the internet, but I can't live the life I used to live. I would live out in the wilds again, but there are no wilds any longer. When I walk the streets, city folk stare because they sense my true nature. The experiences I've had with mortals have not been happy ones. My pink-nosed, scrabbly-clawed, long-tailed friend.
Well, these mouse descriptions are getting kind of long.
You just don't understand what a mouse you are. It's the mortal's fault I must lock myself away in my flat. It's the mortal's fault that I have to use the internet to survive.
Medi has had some part to play in the life she leads.
It's the mortal's fault I must...
Medi has had some part to play.
It's the mortal's fault I must lock my...
Medi has had some part.
It's the mortal's fault I must...
Medi has had some part.
It's the mortal's...
Medi, you're acting more helpless than you are. You're 1,800 years old. You gotta know there's a heck of a lot of ways to solve a problem, But you're predicting doom based on that I mean, heck, at your age, you're probably a billionaire, right?
Maybe. I think so. Probably. I don't like to deal with money.
Medi, there are immortal billionaires who live in bunkers and do depraved shit even we vampires. I reckon you could spend a few bucks to be left alone. But also, you're spending a lot of time on mortals you don't like.
Would you be very fond of mortals who did this to you?
Well, no, I wouldn't. And I didn't say you should. But you gotta admit, you're giving a lot of time and energy. You're resenting them, and I can't blame you.
Of course I resent them. They're all quite awful. Any one of them would hurt me if given the chance.
This is quite a dark view of the world that Medi.
Of course I resent...
Medi, I gotta say, that's some Nosferatu thinking. You've been around a lot longer than me, long enough to know there's almost nothing that's all good or... I know we both spend a lot of time in nature, and nature has a good way of disavowing us of our more extreme...
I suppose that's true. I once saw a wolf and a deer having a romantic relationship. Well, at least there was quite a lot of licking involved.
Oh, I didn't see nothing like that, but maybe I would have if I'd stayed in the wilderness. Let me ask you a question. If you're thinking all these followers of yours are a certain way, what if you're right?
Very frustrating, Silly Whiskers. You keep telling me that I'm doing cognitive distortions, and then you say...
Well, I'm just wondering about these mortals the algorithm sends your way. What does it say about you that makes them...
Well, I suppose it shows them that I'm pretty, and that I play video games they like.
Do they know that you're clever and funny? Do they know that you've got more life experience than they could ever reckon?
There's no time to talk about that kind of thing, Silly. They scroll past streamers very quickly. I have less than a second to make an impression. That's what the algorithm...
So you got all these millions of mortals following you because you're easy on the eyes and like some of the same video games they like?
More like easy on the eye.
Okay, I get it. But the point is, if the algorithm is sending mortals your way based on good looks and some video games, you ain't getting people who... You're getting mortals who want content, not Medi. Frankly, it ain't no surprise that you don't have much respect.
You're very sweet, little mouse. But the algorithm knows what mortals want, and it's not me. They want my body and my video games. I don't have it.
I am certain one who has lived for nearly...
You're very sweet, little mouse.
Medi, far as I can tell, the algorithm doesn't know anything worth a damn if it thinks mortals all want the same. Worse, it's making you say things like, I don't have anything folks want. You're disqualifying the positive things about yourself they're all missing out on. Pardon my saying so, miss, but you are weird as heck. You don't sound like anyone I've ever met. You think of things in ways no one else does. Medi, you're as... Don't let this stupid algorithm reduce you to your looks and the games it tells you to play. It's insulting all that you are.
I understand what you're trying to say, Willy Whiskers McMouseface III, but you don't know the algorithm as... It doesn't insult anyone. It just collects all the information about everyone and everything, recognizes patterns. What it decides is important is based on the thoughts of every human who has ever been online. It truly knows the will of mortals because it...
What it's doing is overgeneralizing, Medi. How the heck can all of humanity... It can't. So what's it doing? It's shaping humanity by reinforcing what folks are already paying attention to. It's telling you to play Call of Nationalism and rely on sex appeal. It's telling the mortals to only care about them things that are popular already. Don't explore. Don't appreciate things that are weird and unique. If this algorithm gets what it wants, what'll happen? Earth will be the most boring place in the universe. Medi, this algorithm doesn't appreciate you, and it's teaching you not to appreciate yourself.
You're right, little mice. I am forgetting myself.
You ain't gonna be happy if you're being liked for being some boring idea of what someone else thinks you should be.
I really have been very silly, haven't I? The algorithm isn't nice at all.
I'm glad you're getting that this algorithm is abusing you. I don't want to see it change what makes you special.
But I won't have anyone. I'll be alone.
I know change ain't easy. You had to adapt to a world of technology and machines already, and I can't imagine. But you're a tough one, Medi. Nobody lives for 1,800 years without being able to handle whatever. Heck, I think you're gonna be the trailblazer freeing yourself from this damn algorithm before everyone else figures out that's exactly. There's real folk out there who'd love to get to know you better, like the people you were friends with on the old internet.
I suppose I could send them all an email. Do you...
There was something about you all that made you join that web ring or whatever it was called. I don't know, but I bet they'd be happy to.
I think I will send them a message. They were all very strange.
We're all strange, Mitty. We're all individuals. Maybe.
You are very sweet, little mouse. I could give you some of my zealots if you like. They'll do what I tell them to do.
Well, that's okay. I'm happy letting them live their lives freely. They deserve to find out what they actually like, too.
You are very soft and squishy for a vampire. But I will message my old friends.
And if you're gonna do this streaming thing, try streaming things you honestly enjoy. Make a new account, be yourself, and see who.
I think I will do that. I'll keep my only zealots, though. They can be very useful.
You do what's best for you. And don't let anyone but you make that decision.
You are so very sweet. Are you sure I can't take you home and let you run on a wheel?
I'm pretty sure. I'll see you next month then, right? I want to hear all about how you're handling your weird self.
Oh, but you are a very, very naughty mouse with a very dirty mouth.
I didn't mean it like that.
You are very funny. I will see you in a month then. Now, I shall become a mouse too, but with wings.
Excellent work, Samuel. We cannot know for sure, but I believe Medi understands the source.
You think this Raziel is gonna get upset at losing her?
If I understand correctly, Raziel has no power if he is ignored, but he is unusual. It sounds as though he has the mortals quite beguiled, and many of our kin as well. But you give me faith that he can be defeated.
I ain't never defeated a dark god before.
There is a first time for everything, my dear Samuel. After all,
You really gotta bring that up, huh?
mostly for the reaction. Now, my friend, you shall not have trouble finding willing necks, I am sure. You are becoming quite the celebrity.
Beating fallen angels is thirsty work. I'm ready.
Slake your thirst then, my friend. Rest in peace.
Funny to think vampires being born now are growing up with the internet. We're gonna have to reckon with. I hope Medy's realized that being herself is the best person she can be. Well, speaking of which, I should go check on Crimson. Hey, Crimson, what's on tap tonight?
Take a look around, cowboy. There's plenty to.
Well, maybe I'll go looking for a donor. Just figured I'd say howdy to my pal Crimson.
Well, howdy, sharpshooter. You look like you're in a good mood.
Yeah, I guess I am. I think she's finally realizing that some people are gonna appreciate her for being. Maybe she ain't gonna have 100 million fans, but the people who genuinely like her will be there.
How's your blood sugar, honey? I think you're a little too sweet.
Oh, come on now.
I've been thinking a lot about exactly what you're saying. Folks in DC didn't much like my style, but I'm not.
Don't beat yourself up over it. I think we all do the same thing. Easier to do what other folk are doing than blaze a trail, right?
I'm not sure it is easier if we're fighting ourselves the whole time.
That's some real wisdom right there.
Anyway, thanks for making me think. I think I'm done spinning my wheels.
Excuse me, I wish to speak with you, vampire.
I think my dinner's calling. I'll see you later, Crimson.
Ciao, Tex.
You know, I have seen what
So you mentioned Panoptabella, and what am I doing?
I see that you change people.
I'm pretty sure they're doing all that themselves.
No, that is not what I see. I see that without you, usually I can see the future because people repeat them. I do not like what I can.
Well, why do you need to see everything anyway, Panoptabella? Ain't it exhausting?
To see all is to see danger. I see that you wish to say something.
Well, I try to do my therapy stuff just in therapy. It ain't right to be out.
Then consent is to see all is to see danger and avoid it.
Well, see, what that is a control fallacy. It's a future's always got elements we can't count on. You can be prepared to a certain extent. You can only see what's in front of you after all.
Interesting. Then what?
Well, just that. See what's in front of you. See how you feel about right now. Right now, you can see.
I see. Yes,
See, that wasn't so hard.
I see more clearly.
And I thank you for the blood.
I hope your torpor is most satisfying.
Oh, yeah. Good night, Panoptabella. I think that was a pretty successful night. Coffin time for old Sam.
Well, if it isn't the gunslinging guru of mental health himself, it seems you have made quite a reputation for yourself in a very short time.
It's hard to believe I've only been here in Germany for 6 months. In that short time, I think I've grown more than I have.
You are quite correct, Samuel. It is truly gratifying to see you grow and change. Of course, our mental health journeys never quite end, do they? I am sure you still have much to talk about, but let us first take a moment to breathe and meditate.
That sounds like a good idea. Give me a chance to center myself.
Very good. Now close your eyes and enter your place of
Isabella
comfort.
d'Este. I wonder. Nah, how was Andy squeezing to that suit anyway? Is Raziel listening in on our conversation? Princess to the rescue! I sure am a lily-livered coward. Cognitive distortion left and do-si-do. What am I doing hiding out in Germany? Why'd you do this to me, Ernie? You keep running, Sammy boy. You dummy, Sam, loving your horse more than your kin. The United States needs some therapy. Sure am glad I don't sweat. Tarnation. What a great word.
How do you feel, Samuel?
Yeah, not bad. My thoughts are all over the place, but that ain't unusual.
I'm glad you have that perspective, my friend. What came up for you tonight?
I've still got my head wrapped up in my past wrongs. I feel like kind of a yellow belly for running away from them to come here. But dang it, there's me labeling myself again.
Why are you calling yourself a yellow belly then?
It's a pattern of mine, that's all. I gave you my history, and it's a history of my running away. I ran from my home, I ran from all the trouble I caused, I ran from my wife and into the hands of a vampire gang, then I ran from them. When my gang tracked me down, I ran off to Europe. Whenever the going gets tough.
Samuel, this is quite the oversimplification. I remember a man who came into my office and told me about how he should have made better decisions as a traumatized child. In each of these cases you speak of, you made difficult choices following terrible events. Have some compassion.
Yeah, well, I haven't even given you the full story yet. There's another thing I got kin, Andy. Distant kin, but kin all the same. See, my wife was pregnant when she up and left me. Didn't even tell me. My line ain't never been strong, thank goodness. But I've got a great-great-great-great-great-granddaughter. Give or take one of them greats. I looked her up, and she ain't living well, Andy. I want to be there for her the way I wasn't for my wife and child. But all I am's the undead man who got her great-great-great-great-great-uncle killed. If I were her, I wouldn't give me the time of night. Which I guess is mind reading, but it seems like common sense to me too. Yeah, I've tried to make amends, but as far as kin is concerned, well, I ain't done shit. Hell, I can always be confident that I'll do the wrong thing when it comes to my family. I guess that's like being always right about being always wrong.
I see you are becoming quite perceptive of your own distortions, Samuel. But let me do some reflecting for you, and you can tell me how you perceive what I am saying. You consider yourself a yellow belly, a somewhat archaic term for coward.
I guess I'm still doing a little labeling there, huh?
A little. I believe you understand that calling ourselves names does nothing to improve ourselves.
All right. Maybe calling myself a coward ain't too good for me.
Now then, you said you believe that your distant relative will not want to speak to you because you caused the death of another distant relative.
Sounds like I'm doing a little mind reading there. I can't really know what my my distant relation is gonna think of me.
Naturally. We vampires have a reputation as monsters, but that is not a universal reputation. In fact, I believe we are rising in public opinion.
Yeah, but if they don't see us as monsters, they see us as sex objects.
And now you are overgeneralizing. We are as capable of knowing the mind of society as we are of knowing the mind of an individual.
Yeah, you're right. I ain't giving my relative the chance to have her own thoughts. I should know better by now. Yeah, I know that there's another should statement.
Samuel, remember what I have told you. Cognitive distortions are a normal side effect of being human. Cognitive distortion classifications are tools, not weapons to beat yourself with. Give yourself the same compassion you give to your clients. Now then, let us continue to reflect on your concerns. You also believe that the positive changes you have made in your life are irrelevant where family is concerned.
I'm disqualifying the positive by pretending the change I've made don't mean anything.
It is your favorite cognitive distortion, Samuel. Your humility is most endearing, but it does often enter the realm of cognitive distortion. There is a comfortable place between extreme humility and extreme arrogance, my friend, and that is in truth.
Yeah, I know. When you're right, and you're always right.
You believe I am always right?
I guess there ain't no way of knowing if you're always right. You just kind of give off an always right vibe.
I like to have good vibes, my friend, but vibes alone do not make the man. Most of my existence, I thought I was always right, but that was when I was the most wrong. Don't believe the vibes, dear Samuel.
I'll try, but you don't make it easy. I can see where I'm making the same assumptions about McKinn, though. I gotta give her a chance before I assume she's gonna hate me. I just know that if I end up going back to the States, things are gonna get complicated. Most of us vampires out west are on the younger side. We're still in that angry, insecure stage, and I know there's a whole gang of them hollering for my blood.
Are you afraid of them, Samuel?
You know what? I ain't. I just know at some point I'm gonna have to deal with them. And my gang is real powerful now. Did I ever tell you about my vampire daddy?
I assumed you would tell me when you were ready.
Called himself Ernie Awigdunkle. Real piece of work. Fella had more blood on his hands than any vampire I ever met.
I know this name.
You know Ernie?
He is a part of my darker history, and a part of humanity's darker history.
Well, yeah.
He does not determine who you are, Samuel, but the man is still... His real name is Heinrich Kramer, and he is no mere murderer. He has a deep hatred for all humanity, especially women. I am discouraged to hear he still lives.
Well, what this Kramer fella do?
He wrote a book in 1487 called the Malleus Maleficarum, also known as the Hammer of Witches. It was with this justification that the church was enabled to persecute, torture, and kill women. It's the Pope during Isabella d'Este's time, Alexander VI, named him Inquisitor of Bohemia. He did with his power is better left unspoken.
Well, shit. What was this guy's problem with women?
They refused to enter sexual congress with him. They did not like him. He practiced poor hygiene, acted entitled. He defended his own repellent nature with great ardor, blaming women for their predictable dislike of him. He committed himself to a life of celibacy as a Dominican friar, cementing both his virginity...
Wait a minute, he sounds like one of them incel types from the internet I've read about.
I am afraid I am unfamiliar with the term, but he did make his lack of sexual appeal...
Dang, well, now some things are starting to make sense. How do you know this Kramer guy, Andy?
Samuel, know that I too have given myself to hatred. Mortals with a great capacity for evil drew my attention. I amused myself by indulging them. I do not absolve myself of my actions, but it is difficult to speak of them. The Andromachos of that time was a most pitiable vampire.
Oh, I'm sorry, Andy. I didn't mean to dig at old wounds.
Do not be sorry, my dear Samuel. We must not erase our pasts. Pain can be a somber teacher. I must ask, what became of Heinrich?
Well, he runs Sanguinius Health, the health insurance company I told you about the last time. It's vampires from the boardroom all the way down, stealing blood, money, and hope from American mortals. Running health insurance gives them all the money they need for even more dirty deeds.
How terrible. Oh, Heinrich, what depths will you not sink to? He disappeared from Europe 200 years ago. I had hoped he was gone forever.
Do you think he can change, Andy?
Oh, Samuel, yes, of course he can change. Like you and me, however, he must desire this change within him. But hatred is not something Heinrich Kramer holds. It is his very identity. He will be reluctant to give it up. Are you suggesting that you aim to help him?
Do you think I shouldn't?
It isn't my choice, my friend. You will do what you are going to do.
I guess I don't know what I want to do. But I know Ernie, or Heinrich, and I'm starting to get a handle on this therapy thing. If I can help him, shouldn't I be helping him?
Let me reflect for you. You are aware that you have knowledge of Heinrich others do not have, and that you have newfound abilities as a therapist. Therefore, you believe you should help him.
I guess that's a should statement, huh? Just because I know him and know something about therapy doesn't mean it's my destiny to try to help Heinrich Kramer.
Of course, Samuel. Your own life is your own. You make your own decisions.
Yeah, you're right. There ain't no should.
I am glad to hear you recognize this, Samuel. Heinrich Kramer is not your should.
Well, thanks for talking this through with me, Andy. I think it's been real helpful for sorting out my thoughts.
Of course, my dear. You did all the work. I am merely here to help you reflect. You have become quite adept at recognizing your own cognitive distortions. All there is to decide now is the path you choose from here. What drives you forward, my friend?
I ran away from my family a long time ago, but I'm done running. I brought precious life into this world and then I abandoned it.
I had a suspicion you were working up to this decision, though I hoped it would not be so.
I really like it here, Andy, and you've been incredible. But if my heart still beat, it'd be... I don't want to let my clients down, but I think they're homebodies anyway. Maybe I can get them to do sessions over video calls or something.
I think you may be the only person who could get Isabella Deste to do a computer video call.
And we can continue my sessions from the internet?
Of course, Samuel. Natural.
Well, I guess that's that then. I ain't gonna run out too quickly, though. I gotta arrange for a new cruise back home, and I want to tell my clients in person.
That would be most considerate. Your clients have grown quite fond of you. Well, Samuel, I must say I am proud of you. It has been inspiring. I have no doubt that you will make your home a better place.
Coming from you, that's real flattering. Like I said when I first came here, I'm just a lonesome cowboy looking for answers.
You will always seek those answers, my friend. And that is what will ensure you continue to grow. But enough embarrassing Samuel. I believe you should go down and get yourself...
That sounds great, Andy.
Rest in peace, Samuel.
Well, that's it then. I'm going home. Once I let my clients know, time to give Crimson the news. Crimson, my favorite barkeep. How's...
You sound a little distracted, cowboy. Got some...
Am I that obvious?
You are. You're pretty adorable.
I like to say approachably rugged.
Sure, let's go with that.
Well, I've been here for a few months now. I came here to get trained up by Andy, and now that I have been...
No shit. Well, good for you, Sam. I think you're right. I won't think this place...
I mean, I ain't gonna learn German, that's for sure. Moving on just seemed like the right choice. I got some unfinished business. You don't seem that bothered by my leaving, though. I figured I might earn at least a frown.
Well, it just so happens that I've got some news for you. Can you guess what it is?
Now, Crimson, I know I can be a charmer. If you're in love with me, just...
What? No.
You didn't need to say no that many times.
Sorry, honey. You're not exact... Take a look at me. Notice anything?
Well, no.
How about now?
Crimson, you're a vampire.
Newly undead and ready to bite some...
Well, what led to that decision?
I thought about what you said. About how vampires have got time to start over. I'm going back to America, too. Gonna join a different kind of bar again. The law moves slowly, but I've got...
Dang, Crimson. A vampire kind of sounds like a neat video game.
No, it doesn't. But I think
How'd Andy take the news?
he knew it was coming, like he always does. I love him to death, literally. And I'll come back someday.
Dang. Well, this is some big news. When do you think you're...
Figure I'll go with you. I'll need someone to show me the ways of the night anyway.
Shucks, well, that sounds mighty fine, Crimson. Might need your help going up against the big corporation mob.
You got a deal, cowboy. Don't look now, but dinner's just arrived.
Maxi, look! Crimson! She is now ein
You are one of the night children now?
Looks that way. And we're in the mood for a little celebrating.
Why would you want to do...
They do have better network infrastructure.
Oh, I suppose that is true. Oh, but...
If you join us in the King Room, we will have a full...
Come on, cowboy. We won't be in Germany forever.
Alone at last.
Who gets to bite me?
I'll let you get first pick, Sam.
All right, Reinhard, you got nice veins, so bring them on.
I knew you liked me best, cowboy.
That's the good stuff.
Spazi, you give my neck such excellent attention.
Kind of my job, if vampires have.
Und Crimson bites most erotic.
I learned from the best.
I guess I should turn in now. Gotta prepare to give my clients the big news.
You're not getting away so easily.
The night is only getting started.
Live a little, Tex. We'll be back in the land of Puritan pride before you know.
Ah, what the hell? You only die once.
Good evening, Samuel. I believe you are seeing Dr. Drain tonight. Or is it